coast side. Mark said they're also called river sinkers. It's amazing how many nicknames and different words fishermen all use for the same thing, including fish. Anyways, gonna stop at Grey Whale Cove, pick up some sand crabs, and then head on down to the south part of Bean Hollow. There are two Bean Hollow parking lots. I'm gonna try to get a spot in the south one or park on the road there. Start out by doing some surf perch fishing. High tide's about noon, low tide approximately 6:30 p.m. We got a moderate swell going. The perch are still biting. I think it's going to be a good day. Noon is high tide, and so I expect it to be good, like from about 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. for perch. And then after that, it starts sinking towards the low tide. So after that, maybe I'll go for some rockfish or do some poke poling. We'll see. I'm gonna meet up with another fisherman I met through YouTube, a fellow named Dan. Sometimes when you're going for sand crabs, you just got to move around a little. My first 5 or 6 swipes, nothing at all. And then I went right here, boom, bingo. Bunch of them. So I'm going to stick here until I stop pulling them up. Easy as that. Easy as that. Let's go for it. Find your spot, wait for the water to start going back, put your foot down and start twisting your foot. And there they are. To get rid of the sand here, all you got to do is wait for the next one. And when this one comes in, just take and let the water hit the bottom of the net like that. And there you go. There's your sand crabs. You're good to go. Okay, let's go for one more scoop. This fella back here on the sand, he doesn't have waders, and he saw the sand crabs, and well, he asked me if I could give him a couple, and it's no big deal. Just one more scoop here. Maybe 2 or 3 more scoops like that, and he'll be good to go. All right. That looks like the hookup for my buddy here on the sand. I'm sure after he puts these on and he gets these guys out here biting, and he runs out of these, I'll bet you anything he takes his shoes off and he digs for more. Remember, there's always more than one way to get something done. You can always just dig these guys right out of the sand. This is just the fastest way to do it. Look at this here. All this here, always keep this in mind. All this right here, eventually, I don't know how long, but it will be under there. Everything is always in a constant state of flux. Probably the 2 biggest reasons: the winter storms that bring the water in, and then the movement of the earth that slides it out that way. All right, so picked up our sand crabs here at Grey Whale Cove. First, I'm crossing the street and there's some person honking at me like, you know, he's in New York and he's hurried to make a taxi cab pickup. And that's not too nice. I wish that they would possibly put in like a little light or something, a crosswalk. They really should. A lot of people bring their kids out here and people drive like maniacs. And I think they could put up a signal that just stops every once in a while and gives a green light and a red light to the cars coming. It might save somebody's life someday. But I really don't appreciate people honking, driving, zooming off. But after that, a couple of guys saw me. They were in a work truck, a white box work truck. What was his name? Shoot, I forgot what he said his name was. But anyways, him and his two buddies, they were headed off to do something, but he pulled into the parking lot and he goes, "I saw you on YouTube." He said, "I love this beach." He said, "I found this beach because of your program on YouTube." And that's really neat. That's neat to meet people, and I'm not at Elvis Presley status yet. It's not exactly like I got the cape on and I'm walking into the MGM, but it's kind of neat that people know me from my tubes. I've never had this experience before where people know me when I'm meeting them for the first time. So anyways, he asked me where I was going today, so I told him. Maybe I'll see him and his buddies out there later. We'll see. Anyways, let's get out of these waders and let's get on down there to Bean Hollow. Antonio State Beach. You can see kind of moderate swells coming in right there too. Now the deal is, the last time I came through here, I noticed that the swells at Bean Hollow were quite a bit more gentle than they were up here. So let's see if we're gonna experience that same syndrome. I didn't really quite check the swell today as to like which direction it's coming from. So it'll be interesting to see. The north side going south on Pescadero State Beach, and the swell looks definitely rougher here. So for it to smooth out down there at Bean Hollow would actually probably be a good thing. And there we go, Bean Hollow, and sure enough, the swell is smoother right here. Right there on the north side, there's like a point, and then that's the north parking lot right there on Bean Hollow. And then, like I said, the land curves slightly to the southeast, and then you see all those rocks in the water. Between those two things, it helps to smooth out the swell a little bit in here to where it almost looks like it's perfect down here. But you never know. Just because you got the perfect swell doesn't mean the fish are going to show up. You know, they go wherever they want to go, and it's pretty hard to predict exactly where and what you're going to run into. All you can do is, and there we go. There's our little beach here. There's the little axe head over there. And here's our little parking lot. Now, if we can't find a paid spot inside, if it's too busy, then what we're going to do is just have to park on the road. They don't have any no parking signs out here, and I've seen people parked out here many times before. Like it's just right in here you can't park, right in there. It looks like a bus stop or something. But right up the road, shouldn't have any problem. Oh, but it looks like there's plenty of parking over here. So let's see, let's pick a good spot. Maybe we'll pick this one right in the middle because that's about where we're gonna go fishing. You look at that beach. That does look nice. I think I see Dan out there. I see his face on Facebook, and I think I see him over there on the south side of this small little beach here. And yeah, it's a very nice smooth swell. This bottom has some rocks, but not too many. So, should be a fun day of fishing out here.
Awesome. Definitely a personal best.
That is awesome. This is Dan here, been on my YouTube channel, and we are going to catch some perch out here today. Dan just pulled up something that I was over at my car getting my sandwich, and look at the size of this monstrosity. Unbelievable. I'm gonna pull the tape measure out.
That's fish tacos right there.
Oh boy, that is a killer. Wow. Okay, let's see. Let's see if you're on there. Perfect. Yeah, you're right in the middle.
See a 14
Looks like a 14 at least. I'm going down further. No, it's a 15. It's a 15. Wait, there it is. 15 and a quarter.
Wow.
That's a monster. Well, we waited here for a little while, but
Yeah.
we were persistent. Dan was patient. All right. That's definitely a keeper.
Go back.
Very, very nice. So Dan, you're gonna start your own YouTube channel now, right?
Oh yeah.
You're the one that said that you'd have good luck if you came with me,
There you go.
and you sure did.
There we go. Yep.
Sure did.
Been a great day.
Yeah.
Back home in Washington, it's about 43 degrees and raining.
It's about, seems like it's about 60, 70 out here,
60 plus and
Yeah.
light wind and beautiful. Having a great day.
Awesome. Yeah, he's done a lot of other kinds of fishing, and he's caught fish that I've never even heard the names of before. A lot of salmon fishing and steelhead and stuff. But I think this was, I think he said this was the first time he caught surf perch. And he was convinced that if he went fishing with me, he'd catch them, and he called it right on the money. So these rocks here, that's probably why they call this Bean Hollow. Okay, there's a little hole for pole poking right there. Well, let's see if we can find somebody. Is anybody home? Right there, I just seen a fish on the move. Okay, I think he went over this way. Okay. Maybe he's a fish that is hungry on the move. You know, it'd be weird if I caught like a real big rockfish and then he had grown too big for that space down there, and so he couldn't get himself back out. Yeah, I definitely saw a rockfish move down there, so we're just gonna kind of wait. Maybe all this noise, this pole poking noise, maybe that scared him. Well, this Bean Hole is kind of a weird place to pole poke, and there's a lot of seaweed and algae, different types of plants growing. So I got my gloves on, and I'm walking nice and slow because this stuff is slippery. You can really hurt yourself here. So if you do this kind of stuff, you got to be careful. What's weird is I'm walking through this trench. Well, I just walked through a trench right behind me. I couldn't see the bottom of it, so it was kind of weird. Start thinking, well, maybe the creature from the Black Lagoon will come up and get me or something like that. I found a spot where there's something. Took the legs right off of this hook here. Let's try that again. There we go again. And a little strike there. There There's something down in here. Wow. Just don't know what yet. And here's another tip for you if you want to do poke poling. The south side of Bean Hollow, the north side of the south side, those rocks are just solid. There are not many cracks in between the rocks or in between the rocks and the sand or anything up there. And you're better off at Half Moon Bay or Rockaway, where you got those kind of rocks that aren't too big and they sit on top of each other with a lot of space in between them. Because there was hardly any gaps anywhere. I only had one rockfish bite on, I had a piece of squid on there, full piece of squid. He bit the legs off, and then I tried it a couple more times in the same hole, and I guess he had his fill because didn't bite again. But that was the only thing I ran into there. But and it's not all the way to the low tide either. The low tide's going to be after the sun sets, but still, those rocks, interesting looking rocks.